can you, on the drift of conference, get from him why he puts on this confusion, grading so harshly all his days of quiet, with turbulence and dangerous lunacy?
My lord, he does confess he finds himself distracted, but from what cause he will by no means speak. Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with the crafty madness that keeps aloof, when we would bring him to some confession of his true style.
Did he receive you well?
Most humble good gentleman, but with much force of his disposition. Negard of question, but of our demands, most free in his reply.
Did you assay him to any pastime?
Madam, it so fell out that certain players were overwrought on the way. Of these we told him, and there did seem in him a kind of joy to hear of it. They are here about the court, and, as I think, they have already ordered the knight to play before him.
'Tis most true. And he beseeched me to entreat your majesties to see, to hear the matter.
With all my heart, it doth much content me, to see him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him a further edge, and drive his purpose into these delights.
We shall, my lord.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too, for we have pulled a step from Hamlet hither, that he, as for by accident, may hear from Ophelia.
I shall obey you, and for your part, Ophelia, I do wish that your good deeds be the happy cause of Hamlet's wellness, so I shall hope that your virtues will bring him to his wonted way again, to both your honors.
Madam, I wish it may.
Ophelia, walk you here, gracious so please you. We shall bestow ourselves. Read on this book, we may exercise our color, yield loneliness. We are oft to blame in this, 'tis too much proved. And with devotion's visage and pious action we do sugar o'er the devil himself.
Oh, this too true. How smart a lash that speech doth give my conscience. The harlot's cheek, beaded with plastering art, is not more ugly to the thing that helps it. This is my deed to my most painted word. Oh, heavy burden.
I hear them coming. Let's withdraw, my lord.
Indeed we shall.
To be, or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say, we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. There's the respect that makes the calamity of life so long. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might this quietus make with his bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from those whose bourne puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus, conscience does make cowards of us all. The native hue of resolution is sicklier o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment with this regard, their currents torn awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph in thy orisons, be all my sins remembered.
Good my lord! I have remembrance of yours I have longed to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
No, not. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did, and with them words so sweet. Breath composed have made the things more rich. Take these again, to thy noble mind.
Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your beauty should admit no discourse to your honesty.
Could beauty have better commerce than honesty?
Aye, truly, for the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his likeness. This was sometime a paradox, but now the time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so. Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me, for virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock. But we shall relish of it. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why shouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I myself am indifferent honest, but yet I could accuse myself of such things, that it were better if my mother had not borne me. I am proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, or time to act them in. What should such fellows do, crawling between earth and heaven? We are errant knaves, all. Believe none of us. Go thy ways to a nunnery. Where is your father?
My lord,
Let the doors be shut upon him that he may.
oh help him, you sweet heavens!
If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this plague for my dowry. Be thou shalt not escape calumny, get thee to a nunnery. Farewell, or if thou needs to marry, marry a fool, for wise men know what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery, go, and quickly too. Farewell.
Heavenly powers, restore him!
To a nunnery, go.
Oh, what a noble mind is here of the throne. The quarters, soldiers, scholars, eye, tongue, sword, to expectancy and glass of fashion, and the mold of form, 'tis observed of all observers, quite down, and I, of ladies, most dejected and wrenched, that suck the honey of muscular vows? Now see that noble and most sovereign reason. I have seen what I have seen. See what I see.
Love, his affection is not that way 10. Nor what he spake, though it lacked for a little, was not like madness. There's something in his soul, or which his melancholy sits on brood. And I do doubt that the ash and the disclose will be some danger, which for to prevent I have in quick determination to set it down, he shall with speed to England for the demand of our neglected tribute. What think you on it?
It shall do well, but yet I do believe the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. Hear now, Ophelia, need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said, for we have heard all. My lord, do as you please. But if you hold it fit, after the play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. If she find him not, to England send him, or confine him where your wisdom best thinks.
It shall be so. Bantus and the great ones must not unwatched go.
We shall.
Sweet Ophelia, leave us too, for we have closely set for Hamlet hither.
No,
Wait, what?
Gertrude!
Love? His affection is not that way 10. Nor what he spake, though it lacked was like.
Ponder.
Oh, 'tis too true. How smart a lash that speech doth give my conscience. The harlot's cheek, beauty with plastering art, is not more ugly.
No, that